CC strong.
Today is Monday and I don't have CC. It's a very nice feeling. So today I have a big project to work on. Saturday, I fixed the greenhouse and I did some soil blocking. Actually, let me go check on those first. I want to go check on my new soil blocks and probably water them. Let's see, how are we doing? Everything looks good. I'm gonna water these. I'm looking for my steaks that Nathan made me. He said he made them. And they weren't in the chicken house. Now I'm gonna have to call him. Okay, he laid them out at the garden. I'd have been looking all day because I didn't go over there. Got me a short-handled 2-pound sledge. He said that'll be perfect for hammering them in. I'm taking a cue from Josh Sattin at Sattin Hill Farm, and I had him make me 12-inch stakes, and I'm gonna put in permanent stakes. So I'm gonna put these corner posts in on this side first, and then I'm gonna measure the 24 feet or 25 feet. Actually, I might as well make it 25 feet since I can. The appearance of the garden right now may surprise you a bit if you've been watching and kind of keeping tabs. I think the last time that you all saw the garden, I had just covered this with silage tarp. And there was a clear delineation between where the two garden beds were going to be and all of that. So I happened upon an article, which I will link below, that basically said there's a difference between tillers and cultivators, which I didn't realize. So I told him that I thought I actually wanted a cultivator, not a tiller, so it's a good thing we didn't buy one. And what I really wanted and what I was kind of asking for was just one of those little mantis tillers. But he bought this. He's going to cultivate and hill me some rows all at once with the tractor, and we are going to see how it works. He said if I hate it and I really want to do the work by hand that I can. So this is the 4th time he's coming over this. I don't think it's doing any better now than it was then.
Right here between these two. Have nothing here. Have these feet on this one. And then I just put these on the outside where it's, you know, cultivating and taking the weeds out. I mean, this is experimental here.
You can try it.
It'll be pretty close to a 30-inch bed.
All right. We reconfigured reconfigured, well, they, not me, reconfigured the teeth on the cultivator, and he's going to try something different to see if he can create a 30-inch bed in the center. We'll see. Well, that's better. I need to measure these walkways and see how wide they end up being. If he comes back and he puts his back tires in exactly the same place, it might work. We shall see.
If this root's not here.
Long story short, we agreed to disagree on this, and you know, it's just one of those, like, different personalities, different ideas, give and take in a marriage. He was trying to help me and trying to keep me from having to do a lot of shoveling that I was more than willing to do because of the way that I wanted the garden to be. The same thing with the tiller. So we came to a conclusion that the garden is my domain and he will help me with the things that I specifically ask for help with, like making these stakes, and allow me to do all of the manual labor that my little heart desires in order to have the garden, the type of garden that I want to have. Got my corner posts marked out. I'm going to start at this edge of the garlic row, since it is my only established bed, and I'm going to work this way. Well, the last time I set up these beds, so this is kind of a good thing, having allowed Nathan to till this garden up, even though I'm a little bit worried about the wood chips that he tilled in. It gives me an opportunity to reevaluate the way that I set it up. When I set it up initially, like I had said, the stakes that I used 4 stakes and I kept moving them. So that was problem number 1. And problem number 2 was the end of the stake was just one long angle like this. And so the stake kept wanting to walk away from me as I was pounding it in. So I wasn't ever sure that I was measuring exactly the right width that I wanted. And I found out when I was planting those garlic in there that my beds actually were not 30 inches wide like I had thought that they were. So number 1, I want to make sure that all of my beds are 30 inches wide. And number 2, I want to give myself 18-inch walking paths instead of 12. I set it up initially with 12 because Eliot Coleman says 12 to 18 inches, and I wanted to maximize my garden, my actual gardening space, and not worry too much about the walking paths. But they were kind of narrow, so I'm going to amend my sizing from the first time around. So 30-inch beds, 12-inch walking paths. So I'm going to pound in my stakes at the edge of my garlic bed, at this end and at that end, and then I'm going to measure 18 inches for the walking path and pound those in. Here's a very clear delineation of the edge of my bed. The chickens have done this for me. I know exactly where the edge of my bed is, and I did plant these 30 inches apart. So I know that this bed is 30 inches, and I'm going to just pound this in right. A hammer would be good. Whiskers. You've been catching me some mice, huh? Have you? I should put a string. I'm going to put a string before I start pounding all these in to my outside posts. I'm basing everything off of my garlic row, and I've done a little bit of adjusting. But I've got a string from this spot all the way down 25 feet that way and tied to a stake. I've got my string as straight as I can get it from that corner all the way down to that corner by the chicken run. And then I've got another string from that corner in the chicken run. Where am I pointing? There. All the way down there to that corner. And then I've got this string running down this way. Now I know that these are 30 feet apart. I know that these are 30 feet apart, so I'm going to attach a string on this side. I'm going to run it down there and measure 30 feet. And that's going to just be, as square as it's going to get. It's a garden. It's not, you know, the Empire State Building.
Can I do it all by myself?
I don't know. Okay. Whoa, good job.
I'm super strong. Now I'm super strong.
Woo! Oh, it's a 3-pound, not a 2-pound. Here, let Mama get it, okay? Watch your hands.
I'm doing it really down.
Really down? Do you want to put another one in?
Sure.
At this point, I realized that I need a lot more stakes than I had thought that I needed. And also I had run out of string, so I put my project on hold and I will come back to it tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out and watching my video. Like and subscribe if you thought it was helpful.